Good afternoon, namaste, and welcome to Q&A part 2. So Q&A part 1 was basically predominantly what it's like to be a solo female traveller in India, living here for this length of time as a British person. So I will link that vlog above. And part 2 is basically all about me and my lifestyle, because that's what you lovely peeps want to know about. So question number 1 on the part 2 is, where are you now? I am in Birbilling in the Himalayas. Again, the beautiful mountain behind me, like we had in the Q&A part 1. And it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Question number 2. Which is your favourite place in India? Here! Birbilling. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Question number 3. How did you get to know about beer, as it is not very famous? Well, I used to live in Dharamshala, and I heard about the tea plantations in Palampur. So my friend Maria and I went out from Dharamshala to Palampur for the day. Then we decided we wanted to go to Deer Park Monastery from there. So that's another vlog, which is already up on my channel. And we loved it. And then I thought, I could quite happily live in Beer. So I came to live here. And you know what? I didn't realise the magnitude of the beauty. And that's why it's my favourite place in India, is where I currently am. And great weather as well. Middle of monsoon. It's only spitting, so I can film outside. Hopefully it won't get any more than spitting, because I can't film with that gorgeous view in the background then. Okay, next question. How is your experience in beer so far, and did you paraglide? I'm loving it. Paragliding, you will have to watch one of my previous vlogs to find out whether I did the paragliding or not. I did go up to the landing point, and I have been down to the, takeoff point. I have been to the landing point, but you'll need to watch the vlog to see whether I did it or not. I'm going to keep that one a secret to me, unless you decide to see it on the channel, of course. Then you can find out the secret. What I really like about beer is the women. The women, they work so hard. I'm just full of admiration for them. They carry a basket on their back, and that basket contains the tea leaves that they've picked. They carry grass on their head. They take their cows out for a walk on a rope, like people take their dogs out for a walk. Here they take the cows out, and they also take their goats for a walk. It's just amazing, and the way they tend to their children and their local shops and their businesses. And I will do a vlog on my life update here in Beer, because there are a lot of questions about it. So life update vlog hopefully will be the next vlog. Okay, next question. How is the weather in Beer? It's actually really mild, considering it's monsoon. It's raining and I can still film outside because the rain is so mild. I can feel a little bit on my forehead at the moment. Also, it's a place where we don't get mega landslides. Up in the villages, you can get the landslides here. If we get them, they'll be very, very mild. So we actually, generally speaking, have very good weather in Beer at this time of year. Winter time would perhaps be too cold for me. Am I hinting I'm moving on in the winter? Okay, next question. When are you going to Amritsar? So Amritsar is a beautiful, beautiful place near Chandigarh, not too far from Chandigarh, and it has a gold temple. What's so special about this temple, first and foremost, is that it is made out of gold. They do the most beautiful things for their people, because they feed hundreds and hundreds of people every single day of the year, and they've got these mega kitchens. And I met some friends and I told them I wanted to go there, and it's those friends that have actually given me this question. When am I going to Amritsar? Hopefully very, very soon. perhaps when the weather gets a bit better. And when I'm in the mood for the sensory overload, if you saw my previous vlog, I prefer more peaceful places like this. So perhaps in a subconscious way, I'm taking my time, but still want to go. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, next question is... Oh, tell me one thing that you have learnt about human kindness during your travel experiences. It's the fact that people here are so altruistic. Again, coming away from the mass tourism, which I talked about in the previous Q&A, that's not my cup of tea. But living in these small villages are. They will do anything for you without wanting anything in return from you. They don't seem to do things for their own bias. Don't get me wrong. I've lived in mass tourism places where things like that perhaps are quite apparent. But in the little villages, they'll give you a cup of tea from their hearts. Oh, it's just delightful. And I just think it's the altruistic behaviours of the local people. That is what I have experienced about human kindness on my travels. That has to be my favourite question. Right, any more questions? Let's check. Next question, what is your favourite book? It has to be Dancing Light by Tao Pashan Lynch. So, Tao, I met Tao when she was 99 years old. She was teaching me yoga and she could do the most incredible social stance. Shoulder stands, what a blooper. She did the most incredible shoulder stands and yoga poses, pigeon poses at the age of 99. She was a marvellous woman, an incredible woman. So I read her book, and what I found about her book, I mean, I would think the reason why she had this really long life was because of her yoga background, perhaps, and her spirituality and wanting to do good for others. For example, she lived through 2 world wars, but was more the rescuer during those times. She marched with Gandhi for the rights of the Indian people. But the biggest thing that I really like about Tao is that she was practicing yoga at the age of 8. She found it herself. She saw boys playing out and wanted to join them doing yoga as they were playing outside. And she was discouraged from doing the yoga because she was a girl. But it's as if she changed that women can do yoga. And she brought so much good to the world. Part of her life was spent being a model. And whilst all her friends were out drinking and smoking, she went to the mountains to meditate. And yes, she was an incredible woman. Sadly, she passed away at the age of 102, but she did have a really long life. But that is my favourite book. Next question. At what time of day do you practice yoga? I like to practice it in the evening time when the sort of like the day is over, so I can relax and bring myself down and then go to bed. Next question. Oh, what is your favourite food treat? Oh, well, I have a guilty pleasure. It's called chips. I like to make my own chips in coconut oil. I don't make many, maybe about palm of the handful or a little bit more. Just 1 small potato. And it's almost shallow frying them in coconut oil. I love coconut oil. So I guess that's very much a Western food, but the magic to this food treat is I sprinkle turmeric on the chips. Ah, it's gorgeous. I feel like having some now. And it's almost like then an East meets West, because that's me all over. East meets West. My identity, and it reflects in my favourite food treat. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions. I don't know. Let me check. Okay. Before you moved to India, what was your life like in England? So basically, before I started teaching yoga and that, So before I started teaching yoga, because I did teach yoga in the UK after my teacher training course, I went back on a temporary basis to the UK and I did get some work teaching yoga. But before that, I worked with children. I worked with children who had autism, and it was all about supporting their sensory needs. So I was like a children's therapist, supporting their sensory needs. I still do that job. I do it online as an online sensory yoga therapist because I attended courses in the UK on offering therapeutic interventions to children with conditions like autism, ADHD, and I really enjoyed doing it through yoga, so it was more progressive then. I came into yoga through working with children in my particular job, then went to India to do the teacher training, and then from there became a yoga teacher for adults as well. So that's what I did. That was what my life was like in the UK. I had a really, really gorgeous job. Okay, and yeah, I sat on my English couch. If you watch the previous Q&A, somebody was asking what got you off your English couch and made you come and travel in India. So I do my job, then go and sit on my English couch, but I'm off my English couch now and travel. Okay, next question. What do you do in your daily life? Right, this is where I say I am going to be doing a life update. So basically for my daily life, at the moment I'm building 2 businesses. Of course, the YouTube. I'm also building another business in yoga because I came out here working in international tourism, but of course the business actually collapsed in year 1 because of the COVID, so I'm never really going to get that back anytime soon. So I've got some growth going on now, or wanting some growth in my yoga business. Again, teaching children online with autism and ADHD, pre-recorded sessions, live sessions for adults, pre-recorded sessions for adults. I do a lot of women's yoga for women who have endometriosis, and yeah, just yoga. I have got a Facebook page actually called Online Yoga for Women, as well as my Facebook YouTube page, which is Travelling Yogini Kaz. So yes, that's what I do with my time, as well as go to different places for the YouTube channel as well. So I'm pretty busy a lot of the time. It's a nice busy, and I travel. So it's a busy life, but I'm very laid back, but that could be because of the yoga. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions. What are your future plans? What is your plan for the next year? For seeing different places. Yes, yeah. I think what they're asking is, what's my plan for the next year or so? Am I going to continue to see different places? I don't know. You see, the thing is, I mean, one of the biggest reasons for being in India is it's very, very cheap. They're in a very, very low economy compared to many other countries that I've been to. And I'm surviving in this economy simply because my business did collapse in international tourism. And it's somewhere I can work without feeling too much financial pressure either. So it depends how that goes, really. I would like to think that I could travel to different places out of India and see different places, as I said in the previous Q&A. But one thing about practicing yoga is I also practice the mindfulness where I don't think too much about the future. So I hope that's helped. And the final question is, what motivates you? Perhaps that's related to a few things like the yoga, the travel, the YouTubing, the work, the environment, the people, the depth of spirituality, the depth of culture, tuning into what's the correct thing to tune into here in India, such as the people, the culture, the religion, and not so much the mass tourism. So when I'm tuned in and focusing on what I want to focus on, then I get motivated to keep going. So thank you all very much for watching this Q&A part 2. Any more questions that you do have, just pop them in the comments below. If you want me to elaborate on any questions, pop it in the comments below because I answer every single comment. So, as I was saying before, there will be a life update coming up. I know a lot of people want to know about my life, so I will be doing a life update. So, thank you all very much for watching Q&A part 2. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste. And see you soon. Bye for now.